Welcome back guys. In this video I'll be trying out Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake on my Rog Ally. I have the Z1E Extreme variant of this device. I'll be running these games with and without AFMF and LSFG 2.0. The former is AMD's driver level implementation of frame generation, free for all Rog Ally users. The latter is a paid application available on Steam for around $7 US. It's a universal frame generator built using machine learning that works on any GPU, whether it's from Intel, Nvidia or AMD, does not matter. I'll kick things off with Final Fantasy 15. It's an action role-playing game. It features an open world environment and action-based battle system incorporating quick switching weapons, elemental magic and other features such as vehicle travel and camping. First I'll be running the vanilla version of the game. My ally is running on BIOS version 337. I've installed the latest stable GPU driver from AMD, Adrenalin version 24.4.1. For this game I have set the UMA buffer size to 5 GB. Command center settings. Using the 25 watts manual profile, all 3 power values set at 25 watts. 720p resolution, CPU boost disabled. Adrenalin settings for the game. FreeSync enable, VSync disable, anti-lag setting enable, RSI enabled as well. I'll upscale the resolution from 720p to full HD. Now I'll run lossless scaling app, show you its configuration. From the drop down bar under frame generation, just select LSFG 2.0, not using its performance mode, not using any upscaling technique, off. Click cursor setting enable, draw FPS setting enable, capture API use DXGI. Click on settings, start as administrator setting enable, hotkey for enabling LSFG control alt and S, and that's it. Connected my GuliKit KK3 Max gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. This game size is around 78 GB. We are in. RSR is working. I'm using Adrenalin's overlay to show you the performance metrics. I'll just increase its size. AFMF disabled for the time being. Display settings 720p resolution. Display mode set to borderless. In-game VSync disabled. Graphics setting. Frame rate set to 120 FPS. 100% resolution scale preset average. This is basically medium preset. That's it. I skipped the opening tutorial. Straight away jumped into the open world. There's Prince Noctis. Hey, if you're getting around 60 FPS, that's really good to see. Staring at the ground, the FPS increased up to 68. It's a smooth experience on Ally, even without using any frame generation technique. Hitting the GPU bottleneck. Head to my objective. Mark. Stunning visuals, detailed character model. Check out the scale of this open world. Yeah, combat time. I have my sword. Just need to kill these creatures. Blitz attack. Land 5 attacks. 52 FPS. FPS is within Ally's VRR range, that is 48 to 120 FPS. Smooth gameplay. 52 to 60 FPS. Now I'll enable AFMF. You can enable it on the fly. Pause the game. Press Alt plus R keys. Adrenalin will open up. Open the game's Adrenalin profile. Enable AFMF from here. Check its status. It should be active. There you go. Return to the game. As you can see, FPS increase up to 100. Frame generation lag amount 35 milliseconds. Now I'll just move the camera. Okay. Frame generation gets disabled the moment I move the camera. Disappointing stuff. FPS drops down to around 60 from 100, leads to a sluggish gameplay experience. This is a common behavior of AFMF. According to AMD, AFMF does this in order to preserve the image quality. Moving the camera in complete circles. FPS dropped down to around 49. All frame generation techniques come with a small performance hit, 3 to 4 FPS. So I would not recommend using AFMF in this game. It's up to you. When I am sprinting, AFMF does not get disabled. But the moment I look around, FPS drop occur. So I'll just disable AFMF now. We'll be enabling LSFG. No graphical artifacts. AFMF disabled. Press the hotkey for enabling LSFG. Control Alt and S. Okay. RSR got disabled. Need to reduce the size of Adrenalin's overlay. Back to the game. Yeah, it's looking slightly blurrier now. RSR is not working with LSFG. Base FPS dropped down to around 40. FPS with frame generation on 120. I'll be honest guys, I'm not observing any added amount of smoothness with LSFG. Minor graphical artifacts. Character model's head is flickering. Not easy to observe. I'll just cap the FPS to 60 just to be on the safer side. I hope it's not causing any issues. 120 FPS 60. LSFG will try to double the FPS. Yeah, same performance. So for this game I would not recommend using any frame generation technique. It runs nicely on Ally without them. 50 to 60 FPS using the medium preset. Big drop in the base FPS after enabling LSFG. I can try out its performance mode. Let me see. Open the application, enable performance mode from here. Restart the game. Yeah, the base FPS increased up to 50. FPS with frame generation 120. Getting a better performance using the performance mode of LSFG. Not observing any graphical artifacts. Character model's head is not flickering. Let me just disable frame generation. Disable. Yeah, camera movement feels slightly heavier now. Base FPS increase up to 60. Not observing any frame pacing issue. It's up to you whether you want to use LSFG or play the game without it. I'll just play it without it. More creatures. Dodge. Press the X key. Parry. Quickly cleared the area. Now I'll be testing the next game, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Disable performance mode of LSFG. For this game, I'll set the UMI buffer size to 7 GB. GPU settings. UMI buffer size set to 7 GB. Restart. This game is the remake of original Final Fantasy VII game that was released way back in 1997. It is set in the dystopian cyberpunk metropolis of Midgar. Players control the mercenary Cloud Strife. He joins Avalanche, an eco-terrorist group trying to stop the powerful mega corporation Shinra from using the planet's life essence as an energy source. The gameplay combines real-time action with role-playing elements. Now, this game uses a dynamic resolution scaler which scales the resolution depending on the FPS cap. This won't be a problem on Rog Ally if you set the FPS cap to 60. On Ally, without the FPS cap, FPS stays within a range of 50 to 70. If you use the high texture setting on a GPU with less than 8 GB of VRAM in this game, it will stutter a lot. Using the same settings as before, 25 watts manual profile, 720p resolution, CPU boost disabled. First I'll run the vanilla version of the game without any frame generation technique. This game size is around 90 GB. RSI is working, resolution upscale from 720p to Full HD, anti-lag setting enabled, VSync disabled, FreeSync enabled. In-game settings, display mode set to borderless full screen, 720p resolution, texture resolution set to low, There is no medium setting available, only low and high settings. Shadow resolution set to high, frame rate capped to 60, character display 5. That's it. We are in. I skipped the first chapter, straight away jumped into the second chapter. In the city, lot of non-playable characters around me. We are getting a stable 60 FPS. Image quality is looking decent, not blurry at all. GPU load is around 90%. Cutscenes in this game are very demanding on the GPU. Exploring the area on foot. This area is blocked. Security. I'll just enable AFMF now. Pause the game. Open Adrenalin. Open the game's profile. Enable AFMF from here. Check its status should be active. Resume the game. FPS increase up to 120. Can observe the added amount of smoothness. Camera motion has become slightly smoother with the AFMF enabled. Not bad. Not bad at all. RSR is also working.
Where's the mayor when we need him?
Cutscene. Variable FPS. Skip the cutscene. Combat time. Observe the FPS counter. 100 to 120. Okay, here FPS dropped down to 70. Back up to 120. Again, we are getting a very variable performance with AFMF. AFMF gets disabled during fast visual motion. Just disable AFMF now and use LSFG 2.0. AFMF off. I'll enable LSFG now. Press its hotkey. It got activated. Okay, RSR got disabled. Image quality is looking slightly blurrier now. FPS got doubled. Not observing any graphical artifacts. Base FPS is staying around 60. Even for this game you can run it without any frame generation technique on Ally. Good performance without them. Cleared the area. Yeah, base FPS dropped down to around 50. Game is still running smoothly. The added amount of smoothness is nothing to write home about. Good to see no graphical artifacts. Area block. Stun the dogs. It's still live. I'll just disable LSFG. Image quality improved. RSI is working again. And just sprint. When entering any new area, there will be a small hitch. A VRAM flash occurs. And this issue was never fixed. Yeah, we can block the attacks. Stagger the dog. Use a special move. There you go. So excellent performance in both of the games. Good experience on Rog Ally. That's it with the video guys. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.